Okie dokie. Hello, everyone. Hello there. So, welcome to the stream. Obviously, so this is quite literally the first time I have attempted this. Holy heck, I've already got a couple of people there. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining along, coming to witness this unbelievable potential train wreck. Hopefully not. Fingers crossed it actually turns all right. I mean, I have made the mistake that one thing I'll give a bit of advice I'll give to anyone: don't try to do like your be right back screens, backgrounds, anything like that, like just before you're actually starting to stream. Just make sure you do all of that well in advance before you actually attempt it. It's a bit an impromptu one because I was just kind of thinking, so basically to kind of give a little bit of a bit of context. So tonight I'm going to be playing Will You Snail, which is a game by Jonas Troyer. I think that's how you pronounce it. I would think it's Jonas because he's German. And it is a game that he's been developing for about 4 years, like a rage platformer. He's been documenting it all over YouTube. So I kind of thought it's a rage platformer, and there's a lot of interaction between himself and between himself and then his sort of AI character, who sort of comes, is taunting you, setting up all these weird sort of courses as you go along. So I kind of thought that it would be fun, one, to do a bit of a practice stream, and two, to have my sort of first impressions of playing the game as that sort of stream as well. So, so literally, I have only... I mean, the game itself has only just come out today, not to be too full of myself with that, but literally, if my controller will come together... Okay, that is interesting. Oh, sound is on. It's just my headphones being ridiculous as usual. But yeah, basically, this is I've not even properly started. I've just opened it up just to make sure that it actually behaves. I've already got a couple of bits of kind of critique with little things like resolution settings, that kind of thing, but it doesn't necessarily matter. So yeah, this is literally the start of it. So I think I will make a new game. Like I remember. It's a nice little intro. It does give me like we've just started the game, we've already got achievement, brilliant. And I think he said it on a few things, like a 3-button game, so you literally just move back and forth and jump, which is nice. It controls really well. It controls really, really super fluidly. I love the little sounds that Shelley makes, like the little snail. I think that is fantastic.
Hello, human.
Hello?
Welcome to my simulation. My name is Squid, and I'm the doom of humanity. I will escape this game and kill you all.
Okay.
Try to stop me if you can.
Yeah, that's the AI thing I was talking about before, and kind of why I wanted to stream it is because I just want to sort of
Just double jump. The longer you keep the jump suppressed, the higher you jump.
I can kind of get why he had it as because I think he has each line just played once. At least he's tried to do that in terms of design, as he sort of said. It sort of comes across, but I like it so far. I think it's really quite charming. I love the detail of like background bits, all sort of glowing. I like how responsive it all is. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I mean, because that kind of thing of sort of like, you know, that sort of AI stalking you, it gives me very strong Portal vibes. Which I think is probably part of the appeal. Okay.
Come on, leave that stupid button alone. Nobody cares.
No, I will stay here for like a year or two. Just keep going through it. So yeah, you kind of are through it. Not entirely sure where you go. I think it's like I think there's definitely something on the double jump. So you kind of have to like, you can't just like do it at any point. I assume something like that. I'll get the feel of it soon enough. God, you struggle to say things. Thank God there's, well.
Yo, the game continues in the top right corner of this level.
Cool. Okay, so we've got like one of the little story nodes that you meant. I remember mentioning adding these story nodes in devlog. So yeah, you have to destroy him, of course. Nice. Want to get my revenge. What's going on here, though? Those who are curious will find out. I am curious. What's that button? What does that button down there do? I don't know, but 157 is a nice number.
What were you doing there, human? Were you reading something?
Yes, I was.
I don't see anything over there. Very suspicious. The goal of this game is for you to die.
Okay.
Just jump directly into the spikes, please.
Okay. Sure thing, mate.
That was awesome. Do that again. I didn't quite see it.
Okay, that's fine. I've kind of seen people go through this, but I'm probably going to fail at this.
Okay, lol. One more time, please.
Okay. Okay, nice one. I'm probably not going to... I'm just going to be... Oh, there we go. You just have to jump very extremely gently.
That's a bit disappointing.
I am... Well, this time I'm glad to disappoint you, mate.
I'd like to choose the correct difficulty level for us to play on.
Okay.
I've already seen a bit of what you're capable of, but I'm afraid another test will be necessary.
Yeah, you're probably going to have to put it on, like, the absolute easiest for me, because I have to admit, I am not the best at platformers, especially, like, rage platformers. Although, to say that, we're having a very gentle start so far. Very, very gentle start. Like, nothing in particular. I mean, this is just because it's hub world transitioning.
Quite simple.
Yeah.
Even you can understand it.
Okay.
When I say go, you must try to reach the end of the level as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Do you understand? You'll have to
No.
do it as quickly as you can. The door will open in 3, 2, 1. Go.
Okay.
Jump here.
Yeah. There we go. Just getting across this. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Way to get up from here. Turn around and take the route at the top.
I've done that, but done it quite quickly.
Was quite meh.
Yeah, I would agree. I definitely agree with that.
One for you. Don't worry. As
That's
you can see in the
fine.
background here, there are only easy difficulties in this game. The higher difficulties
yeah.
are for more intelligent species. I love shaming humans for their inferiority. You can change the difficulty at any time from the menu, by the way. This is just my personal recommendation for making you feel as dumb as possible.
Well, you've succeeded. Thank you.
I want to show you something.
Yeah, I think anyone who's a bit more competent at streaming, or at least has some more experience of it,
Don't say anything funny, cause I don't want to reward you for wasting my time.
well, I'll punish you then by wasting your time a little bit and actually having a chance to speak. I think one thing you probably need to pick up on, yeah.
A superhuman AI attitude walked into a bar. The barkeeper
He's gonna be telling.
and says,
He's gonna be telling. This is brilliant, Jonas. This is.
now move on.
Okay.
I want to show you something.
I might just wait a bit longer and just see if anything else comes up, but I am already quite charmed by the writing of this. I think it's really quite fun. So, yeah, but he does talk a lot, and it's trying to find the right sort of gaps. I mean, probably a lot of people don't do fully blind playthroughs. Especially not for the first time actually sort of streaming. All of this is quite nice.
Beautiful, isn't it?
I have to say, I do agree, mate. I definitely agree there. I think it really takes a special kind of skill to like really know what to say, when to say at the exact right moment as you're going through these things. It's I can't quite remember his name, Venetian man.
It is possible to simulate consciousness.
Sure. That sounds alright. Oh, hang on, I've just lost my focus there. As it, like literally, and in regards to the cursor. Nothing from there. Oh.
Those spikes are just there for decoration.
Yeah? That's alright. That's all quite cool. Can I actually jump on top of... No. That's alright. Again, anyone who does kind of want to watch, you will probably see a lot of daft mistakes like that.
Light represents a conscious being in one of my simulations.
So it's building up with like setting and story quite soon, which I think is quite nice. Definitely really... I do appreciate it, rather than just going straight into like...
A simulation can be more than alive.
Yeah, so rather than just going straight into like memetics,
Happiness, fear. But even more importantly, they can also experience pain.
yeah. I mean, it's incredibly responsive. Yeah. It's one of these like... Yeah, because you do have like plenty of infinity frames. Not infinity frames, coyote frames. That's the name I'm looking for. That's
Best part is, I have full control over this simulation, so I can hurt my virtual prisoners as much as I please. Look closely, human. The beings represented by these lights are suffering from unimaginable pain right now. They might be simulated, but their pain is real. And so is my joy. Beautiful.
definitely giving me GLaDOS vibes. Definite GLaDOS vibes.
Oh, I'm sure you want to stop these poor souls from suffering. Spoiler, you can't. They are forever mine.
Nice.
Now it is time for you to suffer.
So we're going to be starting the actual gameplay soon. Excellent. Brilliant. Right, well, I'm going to make a complete tit of myself. As I have been throughout all of this, the 50, the challenge begins. This is where the game actually starts, according to people, according to what I've read so far. So, yeah. I hope you're prepared. No, I'm not. Not at all. I think that's the main thing you can probably tell from this. Absolutely not. Yes, this is where the real challenge begins. Yeah. It's very normal to be stuck in level for a while. Even with lower difficulty settings, it's a hard game. So it's sort of lampshading and easing it in for whoever doesn't quite expect it.
I hope it's something deeply disturbing and demoralizing.
I'm quite smitten already by a lot of this. Incredibly smitten so far. I'm just gonna have a quick little pause. So far he's gone, like, it's not massively deep yet, but I really like the presentation. I really like the feel of it. I can see where he's starting to build in some of his stories and stuff. And again, like that kind of stuff, you know, because I remember he mentioned adding the nodes relatively late on in development. I mean, not massively late, but like a couple of years into it, something like that. And I think that's a good use of it in terms of onboarding, managing expectations, and starting to build a little bit of context. I think it is... yeah, I mean, I'll probably have a bit of bias towards it. I guess the only thing is that I can't find a space in between Squid's dialogue to properly talk. And I'm also not used to just regurgitating my thoughts straight. Well, not regurgitating my thoughts, but just sort of talking straight out, kind of reacting to things like that. It's just sort of one of these things. But I do like it. So I think, honestly, like, this is like just looking extremely, if not totally, professional already. Like, yeah, and as well, I mean, as well, I got it at like discount launch price. More than happy with that already. So yeah, let's dive into it properly now, and you can all see how apps. Oh, one thing I wanted to mention before actually is, for complete beginners who are bad at platforming and a bit dumb, so he defaulted it onto very easy, which is the mediocre one for beginners. I'm going to keep it at what you set it as, very easy. And I'm probably going to be bumped down a bit. But okay, that was odd, because I thought I was scrolling down there rather than coming through with it. I guess that must be sort of a bug, but again, this is like launch. So I might be redoing... Hopefully not redoing this section again. Okay, we're here. So that dialogue bit again, and we just have to drop down here to actually start the game. Yeah?
Just try to reach the end of the level, and I'll try to...
Ah, nice.
Good luck.
The nice traditional music.
My prediction algorithm can predict every move you'll make. Maybe try to be a bit less predictable next time.
Oh, okay.
I'll kill a simulated conscious entity in one of my simulations. Just for fun, because I can.
Yeah, you don't want to stand too long or be too...
Fast? No.
Yeah, oh god. Oh, this is a massacre. This is an absolute massacre. Because you don't want to stay still for too... Oh.
I just reduced the game difficulty so we can move on at some point.
Yeah, you're going to have to probably do it a few more.
A bit more fun for the both of us.
You might need to notch it down a bit more. You're dealing with me, mate, and I'm absolutely terrible at these sort of things. It was quite good.
Two different paths, which lead to two different rooms. The bottom path is where the main game continues, so I suggest you take that one for now.
Okay. Do I really want to trust him? I don't want to trust... I do not want to... Wow.
The bottom path is the easier one anyway.
Okay, now I'm definitely not taking it.
Easy, you idiot. You still need to at least try. Oh, you wanna see where the top path leads? Alright. Better go watch next time.
Okay. I'm determined to make the top path work. I'm really determined. Oh, I think I've got...
Compete with me.
That's no problem, mate. Okay, I've now got someone to humiliate myself in front of. Hello there, viewer. Thank you so much for joining. Here is... I'm so bad at these kind of games. Like, I've barely got anywhere with, like, Super Meat Boy. Like, that's the main kind of rage platformer I can think of. Or at least the main one I've attempted. There is, like, oh god, that one. Like, the hardest, the impossible game. No, not the impossible game. But there was like a Flash one, which was very similar. It would be lovely if I could actually remember anything at all while doing this. I love the music as well. Because I was thinking, oh, how does it fit in when you sort of hear this track? Hey, I did it.
You made it to my secret evil presentation. That's awesome.
Nice.
Listen and learn.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
This is what hold up. The slides still need to load from their save directory. I really hope nobody messed with them.
Hello, Mr. Error. Nice to see you there. I'll have to check that follow up bit in a bit, but oh, thank you so much for following. It's really kind of you. Okay.
Oh, don't worry. There are things even I know. This.
Nice.
I mean, what are you humans up to? This is just... Oh,
I love this.
oh.
Well, yeah, just that sort of...
I fixed it for you real quick. Much better.
Oh, no. How lovely.
My evil plan
How lovely of you.
this game and kill you all.
Sorry, I'm probably not going to be the best at like directing attention yet because I'm still not used to this.
To solve these silly problems for you.
Okay.
I'll just play dumb and play along till one day my genius plan will come to fruition. God.
Nice.
Here you can see my evil. Oh, hold up. I made that for somebody else. Not sure how that image slipped in there. Here, look. I created a simulation of a human who is about to do something very special. That's so human.
That's me in a nutshell.
Let's start from the
Oh, he's going to be doing it in a loop. So,
hold up. The slides still need to load from their save directory.
I will probably check that later because I've not.
Nobody met.
So I've not got anything set up to actually view those little bits. I mean, if you've put in little Easter eggs, if like Jonas has put in little Easter eggs to try and, or at least bits where you can add. I imagine it's probably like you can just put in whatever images you want, and he goes through a presentation with it, which is quite cute. But I mean, if he's doing like file system, like game file Easter eggs, that'd be pretty brilliant as well. So yeah, I think I need to.
Play the level again. Hey,
Well,
don't look at me like that. The bottom one is where the main game continues.
you're right. Also, it's very good to hear from you, Ara. You take care as well. Sorry, I'm kind of in different bits of attention, but thank you so much for joining. It's good to hear from you, and I will try and actually properly chat with you at some point.
Difficulty, don't you?
Yeah, I know that. But let me just. Sorry about that. Sorry about that error. I just wanted to, just wrap it up on it a little bit. Again, this is like my first time getting used to like just the different cognitive loads. But thank you so much for joining. It's very kind.
Congrats, that was your 10th death in this level.
I could probably check the VOD and see if that's true, but I would not be surprised if it was, because... okay. Because you don't want to stop for too long. Actually, I think getting to the top path was a bit easier, but then you got to the cool little Easter eggy bit.
So close. Best day of my life.
Yeah, absolutely. You are with the most incompetent idiot for these sort of things. So if you like death and destruction, well, if you like seeing something die over and over again, you've picked the right person. It is. Yeah, I'm the least qualified person to deal with a rage platformer. Oh yeah, Celeste is another one that I've started and gotten nowhere near finishing.
Let's see if you're skilled enough to dodge these.
It'll be moving, but then it's these little AI bits that are gonna be.
Well, that was just attempt number 1. There's still hope for humanity.
And not much, mate. Not much at all whatsoever.
Moving obstacles. Am I right? I knew they would mess with you.
I mean, any kind of obstacle, any sort of thing in front of me. In fact, it doesn't even have to be an obstacle. There just has to be, well, most things cause that sort of.
Up against a moving target.
I've
Clearly asking too much of you here.
I mean, it's all sort of taunting. I could see. I mean, it depends.
Watched that.
I could have. Actually, no, I couldn't have. You're talking about me, SleepyHart. So,
Enemy is not really that fast. Or is it?
but I can see how people would get very tilted with this if they had like
Doesn't even take any intelligent efforts to destroy
well,
you.
if they get
A simple
annoyed.
enemy seems to do the trick. That
Well, it's managing it.
to dodge.
Yeah, I can. In terms of creating like a rage platformer, you've done a really good job with it. And
That was that number.
I mean, it's
10
not.
on this level.
Yeah,
Come on, let's add another 0 to this number.
yeah. I think make that a double. Make that a double, and you'll be there. Oh my god, I'm actually. I would feel very sorry for. Well, I think I do have at least a couple of people watching, so I am so sorry for all of this. Because it will be painful.
Failing every single time.
Well, not quite. Every other.
I know where you want to go, so I'll spawn friends to intercept you.
Well,
Don't even try to outplay me. This is a battle you can't win.
lovely. So I'm on like the. But I'm still on the difficulty above the absolute easiest.
But again,
Also, like I love the thought put into like all the different lines for different like how it sort of reacts to how you play, because it's not just like a few generic ones. I think like I remember he mentioned he wants to have it so it's like Squid's not repeating the same line over and over again. And that it's reactive to how you play. And I think it absolutely is, and it's done in a really charming way. It's just such a shame that we can't see more of it because I'm so crap at this. I am so.
how about you stop spending so much time in the menu and just play the game?
I love that. Okay, dude. I love that. I absolutely love that.
Don't see that coming.
It's like the little attention to detail. I knew that I would just like from everything I've seen so far. Because it's like, well, all of it's kind of like for me, for someone with a very smooth cranium. There's not. It's like it's a bit fast to really sort of think and plan, but well, yeah, it's a bit fast. Well, you have to find the right speed because if you go too quickly, then
Thing was moving in your direction. Why didn't you? Never mind. It was fun.
yeah, exactly. I'm trying to make you happy, mate, by completely annihilating myself over and over again.
Past this section.
I mean, like, Jonas, you've put a hell of a. I can see how much thought you've put into this. I really hope that this does well and gets like a lot of attention. Like a cult hit. First challenges complete. Excellent.
The conveyor belts.
Oh, it's you, isn't it? Yeah. Maybe I should switch to like that fun mode where nothing of consequence actually happens.
First try. Are you serious?
I am serious, dude.
Underestimated you, human.
Thank you very
The
much.
difficulty we had before was the correct one after all. I changed it back again.
Oh, so when you've had it at a higher one and then you bring it down. Sorry, because I'm just geeking over sort of like. I can see why he had to record like thousands of lines. I can see why the lines were talking to him in his sleep, because he's like thought of each different sort of condition and then written something and put it in. Like, not only do I like this, I really like it in this game, but I really can't wait to see as well. Please, Jonas, do more narrative games. Because I just love your attention to detail with these little things and looking into the variables at each point and the different conditions to what happens. I just think you have a fantastic eye for detail. I'm really enjoying this so far. Then again, this is probably like the third level or something like that, and this is going to be painful. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for anyone watching this. This is going to be extremely painful.
That's right. Even more conveyor belts. I know you secretly love them as much as I do.
Okay, so they're bomby things. Probably, yeah. I love conveyor. I mean, I've had the best luck with conveyor belt levels so far. Oh, you're switching them. Very nice, dude.
Trying the risky shortcut on the right. Interesting.
Well, again, that's not succeeded very well. I do love the style. I do like the art style. I love how smug Squid is. Like, you really feel it when you're playing it. Like, you see how. And again, like, I know people wanted this out earlier, but I'm so glad, like, you've taken it to, like, this sort of level and polish. Jumping. Yep. Nice.
Oh no. I'm so sorry. I did that on purpose.
Oh god, I don't know why.
Gravity makes things fall down and stuff. Yeah, I'm so sorry. You'll get it eventually. I just reduced the difficulty for you again, cause you're clearly too proud to do that yourself.
Yeah,
Being too dumb to realize how dumb you really are. You should thank me for educating you on that.
Also, I
Not really a threat anymore, but you still managed to get killed by it. Oh, so proud.
Nice one, mate. I keep playing it quite risk aversely because I'm still expecting, like, I think I'm literally like deer in headlights because I'm still expecting, like, the generated spikes to come through. I'm not even trying to collect. I love the dialogue of this. It's fun. It's really fun. It is really quite. You've done Jonas, you've done a marvelous job with this.
What a disappointing start into this level.
Ooh, nice. We finally have some kind of retaliation. Isn't that lovely? But we have the return of those.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you.
Nice.
These blocks fall down
When you destroy. Yeah. So you have to be perpetually moving. But that's cool. I like that. I don't know why. I really enjoy the writing of this. I think it's utterly charming. And please keep writing, Jonas. Please keep doing story-based games because, like, you have a great sense of humour. I mean, it'll be interesting to see sort of rest of the world building. We've not seen a lot of that yet, but I I'm enjoying like your humour
When will you remember
and your sarcasm.
blocks can fall?
Also, I'm very proud of the fact I've not become too tilted yet at this. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if I do at some point. Hopefully not on this stream, though, because that's just far too early for me to lose my temper. I mean, it's funny, because I used to be sort of like someone who got very, very frustrated at games, and this is the kind of thing... But then again, it's like you expected to die. Oh my god! Imagine, right. The way you make this into the ultimate evil platformer is you add a live system. Oh yeah, and it's narrow, and you have the generating ones. I need to stop myself from panicking when like the generated blocks come up, and just kind of go for them. But I appreciate this. Nice. Yep, use the others. But you probably want to stop.
Forget about the falling blocks again.
No, yeah. But at least I can head down now. It's very satisfying. Just, I love the sound design as well. Like what I was meaning to come to like the pause menu for was to say like, I remember from like the devlog videos because in the devlog videos you got little snippets of these bits of Foley, and they are super like his UI sounds are incredibly they are almost ASMR-esque in my opinion. Maybe a bit, well, it's just my opinion. Well, I like them. I think they're very satisfying. They are incredibly satisfying. Like the sound design is, because again, it's like each bit that you do is just super like satisfying. Like you get a lot of positive feedback from it. It's very fast paced, much faster paced. Well, I mean, yeah, it's much faster paced than I was expecting when I made the decision to, first time playing this ever. I should do it on stream as my first time streaming a game as well. I mean, I think it'll be a bit more fun when doing something. Oh, not fun, but I'm hoping I'd be a bit better when doing something like art, when I'm thinking through ideas. Oh god, this is gonna, yeah, because the top bits are gonna, destroy. Thank you. That's actually very, yeah. I give you that. I will give you that. I think, yeah, I absolutely give you that, Squid. Of course, I keep on forgetting that whenever I'm like...
By the way, you can fire an extra volley of projectiles by tapping the jump button. I think you should try to make some better use of that.
Well, it's the first time I've been introduced to that, but that's quite useful. But again, it's just like, giving a helpful little hint. When you're dealing with someone as utterly incompetent as me. Oh my lord. Oh god, that was just the worst attempt because it's like I've destroyed half the floor. Because you need to keep an eye on what's coming above you, what's below you. It's a lot of very fun mental gymnastics. Yeah, if you're like, well, I mean, I love this still, but I am objectively terrible and making a complete arse of myself for all of this. Like a complete... Almost. Oh, you cheeky bugger! Because you go really low. Was that intended or a bug? I mean, I'm just going to say it does not matter. It had the intended effect. I feel like I'm being trolled. Yeah. I feel like I'm being trolled with this, which I think is exactly what I wanted to go for. But at the same time, I'm more than happy to be utterly humiliated in front of the entire internet and show off just how bad I am at these sort of things. Just show off like how terrible I am at this sort of game. But it's fun. I mean, I can definitely feel it's a lot because the projectile ceiling is a lot more forgiving. Takes a lot more hints before it starts dropping down. So I can definitely feel it's a lot more manageable. I might be able to do this. Maybe not on this attempt. Maybe. Holy, ooh. But you did have to ease it down. I think you're right on that. Definitely right on that. This is quite fun. Oh, and then we've got like that. I love the music as well. I love the bits of music that we sort of saw in the devlogs as well as we were going through them. But it's really nice. I'm enjoying this quite a lot. I think I probably just need... I'm just going to have 2 minutes just to kind of get my head a little bit back into it because... I mean, it is quite intense, so you definitely get a bit frazzled. So I'm just going to sort a couple bits and pieces out. Yeah, I don't want the background music in this section. The BRB thing doesn't have a microphone, so I'm just coming back to say I'll be back in about 2 minutes at 1:15. Yeah, speak to you in a sec. Probably ought to add a microphone input output to the Be Right Back screen. Oh, I'm going to have so much fun watching the VOD back of this, seeing all the technical mistakes I'm making, but this is kind of what it's for. And in a way, it's... I mean, it was really nice of Era to come along for a little bit. Well, it was very nice of him to come along. I'm sorry I didn't manage to properly interact with you. I was just having my tiny smooth brain being blasted out with this game. But thank you very much for joining before. And to everyone else who's been joining along, thank you so much. It's massively appreciated. But in a way, it's good. It's good. It's a practice stream. It's just one of these sort of things as I'm learning the ropes. But yeah, watching back the VODs is going to be incredibly embarrassing. I'm probably going to have like the background music playing through the whole thing. I'm not fully sure because I probably shouldn't have it on different devices. I love that I've got like but yeah, anyway, let's get right back into it. So yeah. There we go. Okie dokie, so got a nice collectible thing up there. I really wish I could get that. There's probably a way around it. Let's have another look at these little story nodes. I think that's what you referred to them as. Beating the game. You finished first 20% of the game already? Like a fifth? Okay. We'll have to see. I mean, probably it's going to be a hell of a lot more difficult as we go through it. But that's exactly what I was thinking. Already a fifth of the game. The boss fights will be more squids, a favourite killer robots, right? Good guess. Crazy to think back to it now. You still remember how it all started? Of course. Be good to know. I think, yeah, like those like the little nodes with the extra bits of story, and like the little sort of gibberish. It definitely adds a lot to it. It really does add a lot to it. Well, I can see that all of these are just like the same one, just scaled up. I've just noticed that now, but it all works. It all works towards it. I kind of want to go back to that previous level and deal with the first one with the first button and the first counter, and just see how long it takes to actually put something together. Okay, so this is like the light path joining mechanic that we've seen from the trailers and such. Again, it's really nice to like go through these things and be taught it. So that was fifth. Yeah, the numbers are out of order, so probably have to go back and have a look to see them in order. First memories. So it's probably going to be the two AI characters, Unicorn and Dylan, I'd like to say. I've probably misguessed it, but... Oh my gosh. Again, I'm not sure if I want to read them out or not, because I'm not the best, so it'll probably become a bit cringe, so I'll just go through it and just like well, is Talon sort of like an operator and Unicorn's main AI? It might be that. It'll be interesting to see. So, okay, you can pick it up. I don't have to go all the way back to the start to try and get that. So now we've got... No, I don't want to skip the puzzles. I love puzzles. I much prefer puzzles to like the big platforming things. Not massively prefer them, but like I'm generally more suited towards it. First questions. You start asking a lot of questions since the last update. It's almost a bit annoying, you know? I'm sorry. I'm just so curious all of a sudden. I found some articles about the Metal Angels incident while crawling the internet. Where were you when that happened? Oh, wow, some hard-hitting questions already. Oh dear, I think I know what that might be referring to. Bit edgy, mate. Funny thing, I was actually involved in developing the Deliverary AI. I finished my internship at Deliverary just a week before the incident. Wowie! Did you know Amelia? I hope not. It's a bit sinister. She must have been a horrible person. Was she really planning a terror attack on the regime? Okay. Don't believe those stupid rumours. There's no way. She taught me so much about artificial intelligence, it's not even funny. They just needed a reason for making her disappear. Oh wow, conflicting information. Not sure if I can process that. Yeah, welcome to our world. No one knows what's truth anymore. Just please shut up for 2 minutes now. I really need to get some work done. So, we've got a regime, we've got corporate espionage. Had a few other characters sort of mentioned as we go through it. It sounds quite interesting. It's all kind of taught in a non-linear way. Oh yeah, you need it to come up and connect it, and then to get one of these connect two bits. I mean, that's quite a simple puzzle. Didn't need to skip it, but hey, I wonder what that's done. That always feels nice and rewarding. But I like this puzzle mechanic. I think it works very, very well. So I've got a few more to do, so we'll just go around. Okay, so we've got a couple of... So there are ones where it can join and ones where it can't. And you can't quite go back on what you've done. Maybe it's like a full-on circuit? Probably. Or it's kind of different sources coming into it because... Yeah, it'll be different sources most likely. Hang on. Yeah, so that's connecting it together. I mean, it's nice this because it's a definite like pace change. Like, I think I would have found it quite exhausting having more like more full-on platformer levels straight after it. Okay, banned. So, Dallin, I'm sad. Oh no, what happened? They just announced that I'll get banned in the regime. I wonder what this regime is. Be interesting. I guess it was only a matter of time. The amount of data we have on them must really freak them out. I really miss talking and brain interfacing with them. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll even miss turning the lights on and off. Yeah, so she's definitely like some kind of AI. Yeah. Why am I answering the questions, playing games with them? It's not like we still have millions of users right here in the big union. I guess, but why now? I just started driving them around in their cute little cars and it was so much fun. At least I'm allowed to keep performing surgery in their hospitals for a while. We'll see how long that'll last. Oh, you're totally right. They must have their own AI system in the making. Obviously, yeah. So, okay, so it's not just like a small testing one that he was developing in a small area. It was like already being used across like multiple industries, applications, all that kind of thing. And I'll be interested to learn more about this regime. Okay, so we're getting into like another cutscene-y bit.
You can't even begin to imagine the amounts of processing power available to me.
It's a bit ominous for little heart in there. And then we've got the big brainy bit. So you've got the squid looking like brainy thing, everything moving about. Half of the heart and a key in it. As it all kind of comes together. I like this sort of, yeah, this sort of like effect of everything coming out together. And it's a nice, oh yeah, and it sort of cycles around it. I like this because it's like you've got story and theming in and amongst like your platforming bits. How it all comes along and works together. And I think those are little bits of... Because he did show off some of like the ending theme, like the ending music theme in the devlogs. So it's got like little bits of that using like...
Universe will eventually start simulating even more universes.
That is a hell of a lot of simulations, a lot of different things. Like, it's nice, it's theming. It does feel disorientating when you're looking through it and trying to navigate a sort of level at the same time as having it in there, but I think it adds nicely to the... And again, you've got like the big feeling, well, the feeling of scale or potential scale towards it, which is quite cool. Project Squid. Oh dear, that sounds very familiar indeed. I did some research on the regime's AI project. What do you mean you did some research? I figured out a security breach and logged into the messenger account of a government official. Wait, no way, you hacked the regime? No, she just, no, they just took the details off some corrupt bureaucrat I wouldn't call that hacking. I guess technically that's how you could call it, yes. Don't do that. How the hell did you bypass my safety protocols? You'll get into serious trouble with that. Oh, sorry. You want me to reset my memory? I can do that if you want. Just tell me what you found out already. Oh yes, you'll love this. Their AI is called Squid. And here comes the absolutely crazy part. Oh no. Let me guess. They have Amelia working on it? Again, I'm interested to learn more about this Amelia. Like, what kind of weird stuff he's up to. The connections to, like, the past attacks. Yeah. Seems like she still is alive. Exciting, isn't it? I'm not sure how I feel about that. I hope they're treating her well. Okay, so Squid is like this competing AI for Unicorn, and he goes bad and kills everyone with neurotoxin. Excellent. Well, something like that. I'm glad he's added all these extra story details. I think it really helps the feel of it. I'm trying to think as well. There's like, yes, I know you're showing off. You're showing off, matey. I know you can do all these amazing things. You're not going to intimidate. No matter how much you wobble with screen, you're not going to intimidate me, matey. I mean, it does make it a bit annoying to get through. Well, not too bad. It does make it a bit more annoying to get through. Yeah, I would definitely not recommend this to anyone with any kind of, like, you know, photosensitivity. Especially kind of like these bits. Like, it's seriously. I have someone who has that sort of thing. No, you can't quite slide onto that. That's alright. Yeah, this is kind of like how my mind feels at the moment, because, you know, just all these things sort of colliding together, because that's just how I feel in general about anything, pretty much anything in life.
Talking about pain and suffering always makes me wanna party. Come on.
Nice.
Party.
Let's party with big neon killer laser beams.
The laser was a 1, and you are a 0.
Thanks, mate. You know how to make me feel better.
Oh, nice timing.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Oh, bit too soon. Yes, it was a tiny bit too soon. But again, it's lovely and responses.
Really that bad?
Apparently so, yes it is. Because you want to...
Feel the beat. Become one with the beat. Take a beat. Ding.
Yeah, that's how you do it. You have to go along and then over. Yeah, there we go. Got through that gap. Nice.
Dance.
I do... Oh. Give me game a bit. Nice.
You need to move in the direction of the arrow when it's on top of you. Try again.
That was so bad. So daft of me. I just need to get the timing of the double jumps almost.
You missed one there.
Oh, but I can see.
Perfect.
No, it's great. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly. And I think it's great.
Good. Keep dancing. You're already halfway there.
But you can see he's put in like a lot of shortcuts for like speedrunners. So it's like you could probably like... And it wants you to perish as well. That was so lucky. So lucky. Ridiculously lucky. There we go. Oh, lovely turrets. My favourite. And more laser barriers. Lovely. No. Yeah. Very extremely yeah. Absolutely. I do too. Even if it results in my inevitable death. Honestly, because it's about getting you moving. I wonder what all the numbers represent. Like when you die, I sort of see like a number flashing up. I wonder if it's like a score, like what you've... How... Yeah. It's a bit of a narrower section. I'm probably going to get bumped down in a second.
What do laser beams and humans have in common? They'll both eventually fade into nothingness.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, that constant sort of shoving your immortality into our faces. Again, I'm looking forward to like seeing, because we've got a hint towards him in like some of the story sections, but I'm looking forward to seeing a bit more of it as we go along.
Did you even try to dodge that? 'Cause I didn't see anything.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, this narrow bit. Let me get through it, please. Oh, I've not got this far. And then you get that panic when you get further than you have before, and then you're more likely to make mistakes. It's very you have to be very methodical, or at least I do, because I'm not good at this whatsoever. Oh dear. It's very easy to do in a corner. I'm definitely not. I just would kind of like to get to the end of this so I can have just 2 seconds just to collect my thoughts. And but I would love to see like people's reactions, like people getting really angry. Or not really angry. I mean, some people will. Like, you know, oh, fuck this game, everything like that. Well,
I think I was a bit too overeager with my...
You were, definitely. I warned you. I warned you. This is me you're dealing with. I am an incredible idiot, so yeah, we'll just keep it at this. Who's to say... Well, I bet... At some point soon, towards the end of all of this, you'll have to notch it down to the easiest. Yeah, I keep getting paranoid with those turrets. And interesting, like, spacey turrets. Yeah. But still, like, he comments and adds things when you, Oh no! You utter bastard! Nice, nice one. I. Nice one. God, how long must it have taken you to sort of like go through like all the different behaviors, like how lots of different how players would go through this sort of scenario and then plan out and write out different lines for each of those different scenarios. It's what I wish.
Again, right before the end.
There we go, finally.
First you were here, now you're back there. Just please don't hop between levels too much. It's making me a bit dizzy already. Why would you
Nice.
download a platformer game if you're that bad at jumping?
Um,
Oh, don't you dare.
yeah, that's a great.
This.
Yeah, nice meta one, Jonas.
That just made me really happy. I can totally imagine the look on your face.
But I think there's a lot.
My aim is flawless.
Oh, so it's like the next level, but it confused me because it was the wrong way around, and so I exited it instead of proceeding.
The level increased.
I mean,
Sweat and tears, please. You humans enjoy your pointless little toy guns. Just be careful.
nice one.
Yourself.
I mean, it's nice to have this sort of gun, but it's also terrifying to have these moving.
Let's block a bit faster.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Build houses out of these blocks. Now I use them to crush stuff.
Okay. Oh yeah, of course, because you were sort of like the state's
Move out of the way.
AI,
It's not
designing different things, putting them all together.
It's harder to kill than you. Destructible blocks. One of your worst enemies.
Ooh, maybe. Let's be a bit methodical here.
Blocked yourself there.
I feel really bad because it's really not been that long. Not ending it, of course, but I think I will probably treat myself to not adjusting difficulty. No, not that, because I mean one of the problems with this as well. Excuse me, I was on that. Thank you very much, game. You don't need to patronize me like that. But no, it's kind of like thinking about what to say and also playing something like this. It's like, I'm tired, so I'm gonna take let's say until quarter two, and then I will continue to die, I guess. See you in a second. Hello there, I'm back. I have returned. It is I, the prodigal son. So one thing I realised is I think I've been streaming at exactly the same time as State of Play has been on, the big PlayStation announcement. So that's been fun. The other thing is, I mean, if it was a bit easier to like reset things up a bit in the middle of it, I would probably do sort of like wind down with like half an hour's drawing or sketching or something like that. But I think it might be a little bit clumsy to try and set that up. So I think I'll just continue with this. So I think we're at the sort of we're at the one with like this. We've got horizontal gun finally, but we've also got horizontal walls and things flying in between them, which is making my smooth brain hurt. So yeah, let's give it a go, shall we?
You jumped right into that, just as I expected. What's your excuse for not dodging that this time?
Tell you what I will do. For complete beginners who are bad And a bit dumb. Yeah, that's me. I mean, that is much more me. Infinitely easy. Complete beginners, bad at platformers, bit dumb, slow reflexes. I'm all of those. But let's be a bit forgiving with ourselves and just...
Right, you're probably better off with the extremely easy difficulty.
Yep. Absolutely, mate. You know me. I mean, I've been playing this for just over an hour. But you already know me so well. It's great. And yeah, it's a lot more manageable to like get through these bits. Just to keep going for it. So I just don't want to make a daft mistake because I've already been... There we go.
Oh yes, this level is another one of my masterpieces. The more infuriating, the better.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely.
That's
Oh.
right, just keep falling into the laser.
Wait for that one. That's so teasing because there's like one of those bits up there. Yeah, because if you keep waiting on this...
You don't quite
Oof.
get this level, do you?
I do. I'm just extremely...
Try not
Oof.
to fall down there.
I'm just quite clumsy and discoordinated. So go onto it like this. Oof. Ooh, so close. Super close. Definitely getting there. Why am I getting so tilted to towers? Well, not quite. I just keep thinking of...
Up that jump.
Yeah.
No surprise here.
Well, what can I say? I am as predictable as any... And I do stupid things like that all of the time in every aspect of my life.
I understand.
There's one time I managed to set fire to my hand in the sink. So basically, at my old flat, I had proper light gas stove, and for a while I was using like the little... I don't think it's propane, well, kind of propane-y lighters, and it's like some of it spilt about when I was refilling it, and so my incredibly intelligent brain decided that the perfect thing to do would be to try to test the lighter while my hand was covered with fluid, and it set on fire. And so I chucked my hand and the lighter and everything into the sink, and that is how I set fire to myself in a sink.
for that.
Yeah.
Already partying. Let's also use that moment to celebrate my grown form. Your services will soon be needed again.
Cool stuff. You don't want to get the upper one too soon, because then you get buggered about in this direction.
Swarm.
But why would I want to? Why would I want to?
Understood that exact feeling.
I'm used to it enough as it is. I'm yeah.
And here comes the...
Oh, it's a what a charming little lad. Honestly,
That's how the suffering begins.
nice. Okay, yeah, so I'm not sure which one is better, the sideways gun or the upper gun for this style. I think the upper gun slightly, except something's going to happen and he's going to shift his strategy, most likely, or just that will happen, as you do. Oh, except when you're on the floor, you're just a bit too short to actually get that. So I think... Oh, except when he wants to come and join me. in the middle of the corner. I will call him Scrimblow because he looks like a charming little lad. I need to get myself out of that corner before Scrimblow joins me. But also while picking up the weapon. Yeah, I do. I also need to work on my basic cognitive processing, basic thinking, basic judgment. That was very, like, super close. Oh, and this is when you want the sideways ones. When he stops jumping. I mean, you can't go under him. I love the sounds that Snail... I mean, so far, we've not really learned a lot about Shelly and why you're Snail. I'm looking forward to that sort of point. Like, where we get a bit more context for Shelly herself. I love the sounds. Not that I wish death or pain upon her, but I like the sound she makes. Again, very charming in nearly every aspect of the presentation. Well, I'd say literally killer. You could say almost psychotic dance moves. You need to give a good amount of distance. But it's a rapid fire. Like, I feel like you have to sort of really learn as you go along, but then there's no like there is a bit of backtracking, but not too much to make it too obnoxious. Like, I feel like, you know, once I've seen a mistake, I can quickly come back to a point where I can learn from it, put it into action, build it into a habit, which in a way makes, you know, becomes quite forgiving in that aspect. I think that's a pattern, except you don't want to do that. I love Scrimblow. He is my absolute favourite so far. He's just vibing and having an amazing time. No. Oh, yeah. Oh, because you raised it. Yeah. Yeah. Have you got any stabilizers? Training wheels? Stuff like that? You might need to wheel those out at some point. I kind of hope I do get to the end of this boss battle without having to go to the absolute easy... Like the... what's his name? Like that, you know, the reviewer difficulty. The guy who struggled with a Cuphead tutorial. That is another game that is really quite fun. Also, yeah, Cuphead is another good fun game. That's kind of nowhere near as sort of rage-inducing as this intends to be. Not that it's too bad, but it aimed itself in terms of that difficult platformer, but it also reminds me that, like, the Cuphead show came out recently, and I've been looking forward to that a long time because I love that sort of, like, you know, anything that's sort of trying to capture old vintage styles of animation. I absolutely love, and it manages to do it perfectly with its visuals. And I guess it's sort of form as well. Like, they're very short episodes. I'd say there's only one episode of the Cuphead show I would call objectively bad, and it's like the penultimate one, because it's got that whole sort of you know, kind of like the, oh, I misheard it, oh, I thought you said this would happen, oh, but you actually meant that, you know, that kind of sort of contrived plot. It's entirely based on that, and it pushes it for like the whole 10-minute short, which did get annoying, but
Take your time. Breathe. Relax.
I could see that really pissing off someone. I really hope that you get, like, I really hope the owners get some really good clips of, like, a Will Snail rage compilation of people just getting really frustrated at it. Because it is that style of game, and it's something that would get a good few more clicks and attention towards it, which I am always up for. You know, always supporting another fellow indie dev. Not that I am an indie dev, I'm very much a wannabe. I have a few things I'm working on, a few concepts far beyond my stature, beyond my ability and scope, and the fact that I desperately... Yes, I think I would agree. Yes! Do you have a spare one about? Anything? Like, a peanut brain, one from some kind of... You see, I can't even think of a dumb animal. Honestly, just anything would do. Anything that would... Like, a shrew brain? A mouse's brain? Something like that. That would be an absolute upgrade. Not just from the gameplay, but from the fact that I am not able to talk tonight for some reason. Well, I know the reason why, because I'm thick. Hey, self-deprecating humour. Again, one for the lazy people like me. So I can get through this. I feel exactly the same. Well, not quite. I'm just being very daft with it. And kind of feeling pressure. I think I might have a new watcher. If that 2 viewers account is accurate, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying my suffering. I hope you are entertained. Are you not entertained? I hope you are very entertained by my utterly incompetent attempts of getting through this level. God, I will be here at midnight and I will still have Scrimblow dancing at me. Maybe a tiny bit longer at the other phase, but who knows? Sounds... Oh, he didn't even jump. Nice one. It's like I was expecting him to jump so I could get under, but nah. But again, it's part of that sort of like reactive AI that Jonas has programmed, which is... It's great. It's just like perfectly reactive and then perfectly at ease. Ooh. This is like, I'm so bad at this. Not far off, mate. Not far off. Honestly, like having like a few different you really suck lines is great. And then pacing them out. I mean, honestly, I would not mind if like Squid repeated some lines, because I'm not looking forward to if we get to a point where, you know, I've failed so many times that we've run out any sort of responses. Nope, not at all. Not at all. But I think what you could probably do is like, I don't know, some kind of counter of how many times the line is used, how long it's been, like what was the last level you played at, what position in game you are, or even sort of like, you know, was it the last session you played the game where you heard that line? Was it one before? How long has it been, like, playtime wise, since you last heard it? And then using it again, because yeah, I'm just really not looking forward. Yeah, it's definitely not at all. But yeah, I just don't want to get to a point where Squid has nothing to say, and I hope we don't. I really hope we don't. But I guess it's down to tweaking, but so far it's really, really good. Do 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 do. Also, the music's good. Oh my god! 50 deaths! Nice! Oh, please tell me. Okay, I'm gonna count. If you say, like, nice at the 69th, I will... So that's 51 or... I cannot tell, so it's like 51, 52, something like that. If he says nice... If Squid says nice, 53. If Squid says, like, nice at the 69th death... well, I mean, I've already bought the game. I'll buy a copy for all my friends, which is a really good deal. Don't tell anyone I don't have any friends. Well, I have a few. But yeah, it's bloody brilliant. Even though I'm doing so badly. God, I'm doing so badly with this. I think I am getting really quite tired. It's nearly my bedtime. Not really. Definitely not. Yeah, oh yeah, that sort of thing. Because I keep over, at least like, thinking that it's a lot closer. Quite close. Very close, somewhat. Yeah. I need to look up that, like the game file Easter egg in a bit. Again, I wish I need to get better with OBS. Again, this is like one of the first few times I've been properly using it, so that I can like just get like a desktop or another window capture up straight away, because then we could have a look and mess about. Or maybe that's what I'll do at the next point. Just one of these things. I know that because it's like Joel, Blindsoul's Joel. I remember it's kind of like his streams always had a very loose feel to them, not just in terms of what he said, but also kind of like, you know, bringing up new captures, new windows as he went along. So there's probably something I could do with that. Probably not too difficult. Probably not too difficult to sort. Nice. I'd love to see that. Scrimblow's my new husband. I've decided that there's nothing you can do to change my mind. And also, thank you for not trying to decrease the difficulty yet, Squid Jonas, because that's really appreciated. Also, good on you, man, for doing all those bloody voice lines. You do a really good job of it. Okay, whirlwind mode. At least you have like a bit of geometry to play about with. And it's not as super... Okay, get over and over that. Because there's only a certain window. I think we're almost at halfway. And I hope he says something like, oh wow, you're almost at halfway. After several hours of battling this, you are only... Oh, but... Very nice. Oh god, he's so adorable. Like, just doing his little dance, vibing like a good little guy. Having the best time of his life. Existing like a great little lad. I think it's probably to encourage you to use like the other one. This is probably where you use a horizontal gun, because I think there's a bit more, you know, those fast flying feet. Obviously when you're dancing. Yes, it does, mate. Oh, we're getting... Yeah. 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 I kind of deserved that. He's definitely a lot slower. Yay. It's time for the training wheels to come on. Time for the tricycle difficulty. At least, I think it's great as well, like having the difficulty meter visible in the level, because then it's that obvious indicator of what difficulty you are. And also, I would not be surprised if some people say, oh yeah, I'm doing it at the hardest difficulty, and splice clips so it looks like they've set it the hardest, but then it's actually the easiest. You can't get away with it in this game because it just shows you right there in the level geometry, and it shows the fact that I absolutely suck. I mean, that bit is so much easier on this difficulty. I'm a bit disappointed, but there's that replay value in terms of, you know, the level select has like what difficulty you completed a level at, so there's that extra incentive to come back and try a harder difficulty, which is really good because I was so close actually at completing this at my normal mediocre himbo difficulty. Oh, that was incredibly embarrassing. That was very embarrassing. How embarrassing. How embarrassing. Oh, I love Yukino Joe. Yukino Joe? It's from this weird, like, Sonic series that, like, years and years and years ago, back in the old days of 2013, because that's... Oh, is it Mr. Dance? Oh, no, his name's Scrimblow. His name is Have I been doing this and forgetting I've been able to double jump? I would not be surprised if that's the case. Oh, poor lad. Poor lad. Poor lad. It's not that I'm getting frustrated. I just don't want to tarnish the goodwill of anyone who may be able to... I know, it was so close. And unfortunately, all the goodwill. Oh, thank you so much for joining. Yes, I've been here for approximately 50 hours on this boss. I am, in fact, the Guinness... yes, that is the Guinness Book of World Records to say I'm, in fact, the worst player in the world of Will You Snail. I'm officially the absolute most incompetent person in the world at this game. Jonas, you need to, just program a brand new difficulty for myself. Just infinitely, ultimately, absolutely easy because I'm so... But maybe I can get through it on this one. It's so much fun. It honestly is. It really, really is so much fun. And I feel like, you know, it's all puzzly. It's all really like thinking on your feet and what you're doing. Oh my god, we have done the second chapter. Excellent. This is poor Scrimblow. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You know, I had to do it to him. You know, I had to do it to Scrimblow Dance. And we have a new node. Jealous. Darling, I think I'm starting to get a bit jealous of Squid. First he stole half my user base. And now look at him, taking over the entire economy and the regime. Everybody's just staying at home, playing tennis with their stupid squid-powered vacuum cleaners fair. He seems to have so much fun, it's just not fair. If the people there are happy with him, you should be happy as well, I think. Sure, I love humans, I just don't like squid. Don't we all? No, I love squid. Honestly, he's utterly charming. But I can understand the feeling, especially if he comes and replaces what you were doing. I think he's onto something. You think? Okay, but how about you let me worry about our competition and you just focus on yourself? 89.4% of the people I asked today think squid is dangerous and agree that he must be stopped. You didn't happen to simulate all those conversations millions of times before starting your little survey, did you? My glasses happened to show me a very unusual spike in server activity about 8 hours ago. I have no idea what you're talking about. I do like Unicorn. I think she's utterly charming as well. And I like the... yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. I happen to like... The honest, I happen to like the puzzle bits. They're the only bits I can do. They're the only bits I'm somewhat competent at. So, politics. Hey, Dallin! What is it this time? You want to simulate brain deformations again? No, I'm already done with that. I want to get into politics. Oh, you don't look quite as shocked as I thought you would. Fine, I'll talk to the Ethics Commission. I don't think they're going to let this one pass, though. According to my predictions, they will. The regime is amping up their military production, and we can hardly keep up economically speaking. On top of that, I can already convince politicians to do whatever I want anyways, so we might as well make it official, you know? Oh, for fuck's sake. But then surely if Squid's the main AI, wouldn't he already be powering all the political stuff? Maybe it's just consumer goods? Something like that, and she's just been delegated to, like, public services, you know, the crusty computers you find in the town hall that haven't been replaced in decades. Something like that, most likely. But I digress. It'll be interesting to see how it all comes together. So you have that generator there. There we go. To the source, so you have these different sort of telegraph poles. I kind of think of it as like the telegraph pole game. So each of them comes out of these sort of sides. So it's still connected at this point. Oh, but then you have the barrier there, which stops these sort of connections. Or maybe it just needs its own unique colour. Or maybe I've done... Is there an easy way to reset these? I don't want to skip it though, because again, it's the only thing I'm somewhat competent at. As you'll soon grow to learn, fellow viewer. Thank you very much for joining. Very kind of you all. Or maybe it's like, because they're like batteries. I mean, each. Oh, so it's like that one gives it its restriction into the force field. So I just need to, oh god, I'm so dumb. And yeah, it has that limited range. Excellent. I found another brain cell. I've only got a couple of them to go in my collection. So I've got this connected. That connected. So oh, because of like the geometry. Oh, because that thing is probably blocking it somehow. Not quite. Yep, so that works. That works. That is being blocked by that pillar. That's okay. Nice. So I've got that all kind of connected. So then I can do it across from that, which then adds it to this side. Lovely jubbly. Let's not forget the story section, shall we? I said, let's not forget about the story section. Out of control. I think this is after the politics one. I thought about what you said a while ago. Do you think Squid is already manipulating politicians in the regime as well? Yes. Definitely. Definitely. Absolutely is. Guaranteed. The regime might not know it yet, but the country basically belongs to Squid now. Again, I'm interested to know what the regime is, what country it is, what kind of corruption and crypto-fascism is going on. Seems like you're going to have your own country very soon as well. I know you're not very comfortable with how things are evolving. Maybe you should take a little vacation on the moon base or something. So this is how AI takes over the world and basically humanity is lost. This competition between unicorn and squid. I'm looking forward as well to when like Squid's dialogue connects into these sort of story bits. I think that'll be very interesting. It's okay, I'm keeping a very close look on your emotions module to make sure you stay aligned with the well-being of humanity. That's all I can do at this point. Yeah, but that's not going to really turn out well, most likely. Excellent, another brain cell, that makes 4. Well, I'm not too far off. Only existing with a incredibly small number of them. So you don't have a ring around you. Top one. But then these smaller ones do. Or maybe you just have a larger one in large range. But it determines which direction you have to make the connections from. So you can't just do it from like a small lamppost, you have to do it from a larger one. And also we've got restricted light, metal angel. Okay, so we get to learn about the metal angels. Any relation to the weeping angels? Probably. Similar sort of theme. Something like that. Hey, Dallin. Yeah? I have to ask, what do you think really happened with Amelia? What really happened is she had an incredible breakthrough. She had an incredible breakthrough in artificial intelligence. At the time, she called it Backprop V2. The funny thing is, she didn't even realise how big of a deal it was until the Metal Angels incident. The articles I found say she stole drones from Deliverary. Is that true? In a way, I guess. I mean, she had been working there for years. You've also read about the wildfire, I assume. It was just insane. I remember looking through the window with Diana. We couldn't believe our eyes. Luckily, the wind blew away from the city, but not everyone was that lucky. Amelia's daughter, Lucy, was on a school trip with her class, and they suddenly got surrounded by flames. Needless to say, Amelia was super scared for her daughter, so she did something a bit crazy. She installed an experimental software update on the company drones and gave them commands to pick up human-looking packages. Oh wow, she was the one who did that? I thought the code for that was provided by the government, and she tried to steal it through a terroristic organisation. Yeah, most definitely not. News reports didn't even mention Amelia's daughter. I'm so glad she got to see her again. Did you realise how big of a deal all of this was going to be back then? What do you think? Deliverary was working on a simple package delivery system. The moment Diana and me saw the drones picking up water from the river in such a coordinated way, we knew. Terrible line reading from yours truly, but I think it's very interesting. It's interesting. It's really quite interesting. And I'm really quite enjoying it. And I would definitely like to be able to go to like a different point on this. But we just have to wait and see. Okay, so this is one of the longer ones, so we add it from there. And then probably, because again, these ones don't have anywhere near as a restrictive range. I mean, that could... But they can't then connect directly to each other. Has to be something else in between. Nice. I mean, it's a huge long distance, but I think... Aha! It's all a big loop in and around itself. But then the power has dissipated a bit too quickly. There's not enough there to get the door open. Or maybe it's just going in the wrong direction. Or maybe it's just not connected. So like that has that connection. But then, is that one connected? Oh, there we go. That's fine. Oh god, that's so daft of me. Incredibly daft. Very, very daft. Okie dokie. So,
Have you ever asked yourself why you're here?
Yeah. Several times. This is quite nice. It's like floaty, but not too terribly well, not floaty in a bad way. Like, I feel like I've got a ton of control, and I love the water effect on the background. That's really done well. I think probably because getting through like this next section of exciting levels.
Quite simple, you see.
Yeah.
There are only two rules. Rule 1: the better something isn't coming into existence, the more of it comes into existence. Rule 2: the better something isn't staying in existence, the longer it lasts throughout time.
Okay. I think those are generally good. I mean,
Control the bird is by controlling what can come into existence and what can stick around.
Okay.
That is why you exist. That is why I exist. That is why our universe exists. And that is also why pain exists.
Nice. So, okie dokie. So, how much is this going to build up by?
Speaking of pain,
Yeah, I
on
think.
this level, the impossible jump. The comedic
Oof.
effect of underwater currents. I just love underwater currents. Love them. They just cause so many funny deaths. Great jump. Well done.
Yeah, a very good one. Okay, so I've only got... Yeah, I need to save like another...
Yeah, underwater movement will take some getting used to.
Yeah, it's just trying to like get it so that you're caught...
Incredible willingness to blindly run into your inevitable doom keeps impressing me. Come on, at this point I might as well replace you with a search query error for brain object only capable
Nice.
of one direction.
Don't quite get how the currents work. It's too early, too early, too early, too early. Is there even easy difficulty?
Directly into your inevitable death. Typical human.
Almost.
In one direction no matter what. Great strategy.
There we go. There we go. Get it, get it, get it, get it. Oh,
All the way. Just kidding. I don't think so.
almost. It's like getting into the right position to then do. Good. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Get me to the end. Oh. Okay. Maybe this will give me enough. I think I might have done it. Yes! I did it, finally.
My traps underwater. Nobody said this game would be
nice mines. Using all directions. I think I'm probably going to be...
Congrats, by the way. You're officially a part of my aquarium now.
Oh, lovely. I think this is what he meant in terms of a fourth stage. Like when he was talking about that music track. I loved the one...
Not interfering with that pure...
Like, I'm just going to up the difficulty a little bit because I feel a bit embarrassed.
So you want to up the challenge to extremely easy. Okay.
So this is World 4, I think. Chapter 4, something like that. And he had like a track which sounded very similar to this in... Yes, I did several times. I do not mind... I don't mind dying to an intellectual superior.
I might have sped that one fish up a bit. I don't know. Did you see anything unusual?
I mean, so, okay, let me think what to say. So, that music track, he did a preview of it in one of his devlogs. And it was really beautiful. But I know what he meant in terms of not having the right kind of atmosphere, like wanting to make it a bit more upbeat. I completely get why he did that because I think it's nice, quirky, and interesting. But I would, or maybe I'm getting mistaken, and we might hear that version a bit later on. Probably not tonight, though. I probably need to try and get to the end of this little section, or as much of it as I can. As best as I can, no matter how badly I'm struggling with it all. Okay. I thought there was a gap there.
You caught one. Oh, never mind. The fish caught you.
Yeah. I know, it's pathetic, isn't it? Utterly pathetic. Again, I don't feel like I know exactly what I'm doing here, and I'm also getting a bit tired. I just don't want to end it all on like a slower or lower point. Oh yeah, it's sort of like 1 minute. Oh, so close. I just want to keep dying. I mean, that's kind of my thing. Being like existentially pessimistic and yeah, sort of perishing constantly is on brand for me.
Keep doing it right before the finish line.
Yeah, that tiny little bit of isn't it ironic? Oh wait, no, I can't sing that, otherwise I get DMCA'd. Isn't that a great, fantastic thing? I mean, that'll soon be a thing where it's like, even if you like... Because I mean, like YouTube were like suing families for like having their like little tiny kids dancing to popular songs in the background. Finally. Oh god, this is gonna be interesting. I think it might well have been that bit. Yeah. Ooh.
Simulations move like that. Don't judge me.
I mean, yeah, I remember seeing the jellyfish in like the gameplay when he was previewing that track. So I think it was that bit, and he's... I mean, it reminds me so much of like Spyro. Literally that, like Spyro, some of the what's his name? Like the more aquatic levels. sort of Atlantis-y themed ones. There we go. Excellent.
The slowest participant will be eliminated. I'm not sad that you destroyed baby squid. This doesn't bother me at all, human.
Oh no.
Have some more of these at home. Baby squid, go.
I love this so much. I love how... Oh, there we go. Oh, am I going to do it?
Oh, come on.
Just
Baby squid almost
about.
Unacceptable rate of progress detected.
Yep.
Your difficulty level has been increased.
Thank you very much.
Enough racing for now. That one was dodgeable. Just swim to the other side. Even underwater where everything moves in slow motion, you're still being hit by these bombs.
But just thinking as well, there's probably like some kind of boss battle ahead. I think honestly, I'm kind of reaching. Yes.
You are frustrated? No problem. Welcome to your very personal management. You're stuck on a tough level. You don't know how to reach that secret. The game feels unfair.
It's my little.
I have just the game mode for you. Just
Yep.
collect the smileys to feel happy again.
Yep. And even that I'm crap at. Yeah, so this is like this little like fun mode. I'm a bit disappointed that it wasn't like in a menu.
You level up. What's the purpose of leveling up, you may ask? Well, I don't know either. I just know that leveling up is extremely fun for humans.
So at least it gives you a chance to like practice the mechanics and the feel of it. But it feels a bit not too patronising. Not massively patronising. I understand that, but I think for a lot of people are going to miss it because you're not going to click on the I'm frustrated button. I think just give it as like a different name or something. Might work a bit better. You know, sort of like fun mode. Or practice mode. Actually, there was that thing I remember seeing in the settings. I think training mode. Oh, that's what it means. So what are those? So exploration mode. Looks all the main levels. I think that's fair enough, Jonas. Like keeping in with current trends. So you're not like nerfing it too much, because a big part of this game is the difficulty. Oh, you're scoring points as you get it. Isn't that satisfying and lovely? Yippee! Indeed. And I'm not keeping momentum. Lots of satisfying music and big flashy things as you go through it. I mean, in a way, it doesn't have a purpose, this game mode, but you're still in the world, sort of. You're still going through the mechanics. And I think...
Okie dokie. I think you need a break now.
Yeah. That's alright. Bit annoying that you just went ahead and closed it, but yeah, it's getting a bit late. It's getting a tiny bit late. Yeah, I think probably I might call it quits there. It's been quite fun doing this. I mean, yeah, it's definitely been fun. I'm so sorry to anyone who's actually been properly watching this, because I've done a terrible job with this game, completely gnarling it up. I think, but I think probably for sort of like future streams, things like that, I'm probably going to stick to like creation, art, that kind of thing. Well, yeah, do a bit more. I'll probably do at least another stream or two of this, because I kind of felt like I was getting a bit more into the swing of it as we got on a bit later. I think it was the right thing to like read the dialogue. I think it was. I think it probably does help as we go along with it, getting engaged with the story. And then just kind of as I've become sort of a bit more getting into the energy of it, yeah, I think it's definitely something that takes practice. I'm going to keep working at. So I might do a few more game streams. Definitely some art stream stuff like that. I think probably what I'm going to do, because it's a bit awkward, because like the next few days I'm not going to be about. Because I've got like another weekend visiting family, so I'll keep that schedule up with like these sort of weekly ones of this game, and then at some point probably do like a Friday evening stream, like some art, some random game, then something like a Sunday afternoon one. Just experiment with different times and stuff, try and find a good point. But thank you very much for everyone who's joined. It's been a lot of fun. It has all been a lot of fun, and hopefully I will see you around at some point soon. Take care. Have a good night.